Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support. I am here in a WZ-132 Tier 8 Chinese light tank after the light tank change. Interestingly, the WZ-132 did not move up to Tier 9 from Tier 8 like the rest of the Tier 8s did. They created a new WZ-132 Alpha for the Tier 9 and of course the new Tier 10. So the WZ-132 stayed at Tier 8. And it's still a fantastic light tank. Probably out of all the light tank lines, the Chinese tend to be more like mediums than light tanks. Decent turret armor, a little bit of hull armor, kind of fight like a medium, but they are faster, fleeter of foot than a medium, so they can do some of the traditional light kind of things. Initially what I wanted to do here is I was going to head for the bush, which is where I typically go on the one line and do a little bit of passive, although I'm not set up for it, no binocs or anything. Unfortunately, the Batchat 12T looked like he was going there, and I didn't think both of us needed to joust for that little area, so I changed my mind, which is what you should do when your plan meets something like that, where you know it's not going to work out. And I'm going to run the ridge. So I decide to do some active scouting, and that is what we will concentrate on in this video, is showing you how to do active scouting. Now, proc is a great place for it because of this ridge, running this ridge. Alright, so I get lit right there. I know I'm seen. I was going to go up to the top of the ridge, but once you're seen like that, there's no reason to drive up to the top of the ridge because somebody's probably already tracking you, and you will note they still have 10 guns in the game. So go dark, turn around, and then this part right here, see this little ridge right here where it's very steep? You come up and over and then you can bounce down real quick and cover yourself up. That's probably one of the better spotting points right there. As you go over to where I'm headed over here, it's a bit flatter and it's easier for them to get shots, especially if somebody like this guy, T69, sitting up there. Now I'm not going to stop. I'll just shoot on the move, even though I saw him, because right now, once again, there's too many guns in the game. You see that Tiger II back there? And if they get up on that ridge over there, up high, they can shoot you if you get on that flat. So I'm just going to keep working back and forth, just ping-ponging. So I noted that, and you can see I've already got a few spotting damage numbers down there. And I've noted that you want to keep moving. Right now, if you stop, it's bad. See how that T62 came up and got hammered by Artie? That's what happens when you play peekaboo like that without moving around on this map. You will also note that they have 3 artillery, as do we? We used to. One got killed. Excellent. Now I have to be careful over on that side of my ridge running because you can see somebody saw me right there, and it may have been one of the guys in the middle, but it may have been somebody in the bushes on 1-2. And you'll see me jink and jive, try to avoid the Artie, just make it difficult as possible for them to aim in. So like I said, over on the west side, I want to be very careful. I'm going to use that little ridge again right there. Be very careful on the west side because if they're up in the higher part of the hill there, they will have easy shots on me. And I don't have anybody forward. Now the Batchat's moving a little bit forward, so that's good. He'll be seeing anything that's creeping very close. There's a bowl right there. It's very tempting to go into that bowl, but it's more or less a death sentence right now with as many guns and artillery as in the game. There's no real place to hide in there. And if you need to get out, you've got to come up and over and expose yourself yet again. So right now, that's not a great place to go. And again, I'm coming back up to that kind of favorite ridge area right there. Take a little shot on him as I go, and I'm thinking, oh crud, oh, try not to ram the low, and we end up getting him. So now the defender's down. And that poor low, you can see he's just getting all kinds of attention from the artillery. Now that's a great example of the new artillery game mechanic right there. More than likely, he'd be dead under the old game mechanic. He might have got missed a few more times, but he'd have been hammered for a lot more damage and they'd have eaten him up. Now I've chosen to stop here because I'm not being spotted. I go down after I fire, come back up, just try to minimize. And unfortunately now I'm lit, and guess what happens? I sit here just long enough, wham, and there's the 261. So that was probably 5, maybe 6 seconds at the most that I was lit, and that's how fast the Artie now can zoom in and have an effective shot. Add into the fact that they have a much wider splash area, and it's much easier for them to hit you in that situation. Plus I stopped, right, which is what I said I shouldn't do. So I'll shoot, don't quite get him, not spotted in here, taking a bit of a chance, but let's go ahead and get rid of this Tiger II and then keep moving. All right, so as their guns start to decrease, and I'm still not seeing a lot, or I'm not seeing a lot of action on the middle ridge right now. That's why I felt like I had an opportunity to stop right there and take some shots. Now we've got a guy that's up on the side of the hill. Their T-32 is way down there, so let's see if we can't take him out. And this is a great spot. The low is here because it's a good spot to do what he's doing. Shoot people on the side. They're on the side of the hill there. Again, taking a little bit of a chance. I think I have a chance to get rid of this. There we go. So he's down, and we'll start moving again. And now the weight of our guns is going to be a telling factor in the game. I feel like I can come up and over this a little bit more now just to see if I can't find a few more still camping down there, or see if I get lit. So there's probably not anybody in there close. Here we go. Here's some customers. Not a whole lot of action down on the one line in this game so far, but their TDs are pushing up. I zoomed out to look, and I can see, and then I light him up to see what his turret is doing, and I saw his turret turning towards me, so I'm going to go ahead and dip down. No sense to get it for no reason. And oops, there's that guy. Ouch, ouch. So a little ambush on his part on me. He knew I was there. I didn't know he was there. The JPZ is going by me, so I'm going to push into this scout. Take him down if I can. Fortunately, make a miss with a little jink there. Just bad gunnery on his part. Turn around to see if the JPZ is still alive and can be shot in the back. Of course, my concern the whole time is that other TD, which was way over there. So fortunately, he was not sitting on the 1-2 line. Could have ended that run real quick, but it's that part of the game where it's time to do those kind of things. There's 5, 6 of them left. We've got them well in hand. It's time for me to get in there and see if I can't get some more hit points. I'm looking for their Artie, but there's one of them. So he wasn't on my left side. Again, checking over there. I didn't get lit, so I'm pretty sure there's nobody up there at A12. I should have been seen if they were. Nope, there he is. And that's all 3 lit now, so we know where they all are. That's my spotting damage. You can see that I got 450 out of that. The T-54 lightweight drowns, and now I'm just pushing in, using the speed of the scout, see if I can get some more hit points on this T-32, but he gets erased here pretty quickly by the JPZ, which that's going to happen when a JPZ hits you in pins. Alright, so there's a good example of running the ridge along here on proc, keeping moving the whole time, selecting the times at which you're going to stop and take shots when you feel like you are not going to be seen and can go ahead and take out guns. Those are all good times to think about that. Flexing back over to help clear off this hill right here. Basically just controlling that middle with one scout and a few heavies in here and some artillery. Looks like the T-10 didn't even load in there unless he's driving across right there. As opposed to a passive scout, which is typically on proc up here in the bushes on the top there. I hope this helped. As always, if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. Otherwise, we will see it.